In this video, I'm going to show you how to put in the average sun hours per day into the climate data sheet. This is only required if you plan on artificially lighting your greenhouse. The average day length will give information to the sheet with regards to how long your artificial light array will need to operate, which will give you information about how much it's going to cost to artificially light and grow crops that require more light in the middle of winter. The cells that you need to fill out if you intend on artificially lighting your greenhouse are the bottom row here where it says average sun hours. I'm going to show you how to use a website that will give you the average day length, which is an approximation to the number of sun hours. It's not 100% accurate, but it will give you an approximation with regards to how much it's going to cost you to light a specific area within the greenhouse itself. Every year these numbers are going to change based on cloud cover. The day length should stay the same, but the amount of sunlight in your ecosystem will always be varying from year to year and month to month. To get average day length, we're going to go to a website called Sunrise Sunset Calendars. The URL is sunrisesunset.com. Once you get to this website, click on the country in which you are trying to find day length information about. In this case, I'm going to use Canada. Next, you'll see a page that looks like this. So we want to select a location that is close to where you live. Again, in my situation, I'm going to choose Calgary, Alberta. And unfortunately, the website only puts out one calendar month of the year, so you'll have to go through all 12 calendar months, or at least the calendar months where you know the day length is not going to be long enough in order to grow plants effectively in the greenhouse. So typically that's going to be January, February, and March, and October, November, and December. Generally, outside of those months, there's enough sunlight in your ecosystem, unless you live in the extreme north, to meet all of your crop requirements. But you can use this calendar feature to check to see if that's the case. So in this situation, I'm going to choose January 2017. I'm going to uncheck the moon phase and civil twilight, and I'm going to check day length. I'm going to use the AM PM style clock, and I'm going to have my calendar start with Sunday, and then I'm going to click Make Calendar. Now you're going to have to use a little bit of math in your head to figure out what the average day length in January 2017 is for Calgary. And so at the beginning of the month, it's 8 hours, and at the end of the month, it's 9 hours, basically. And so I would put 8.5 hours into the calendar for this particular month. So once you have that information, go over to the calendar and put in 8.5 hours. Now just to show it to you one more time, we're going to look for the number of daylight hours or day length in the month of February. Step number one is to go back to the calendar that we were just looking at and hit the back button. And then we're going to change the calendar month to February, and we're going to ask it to make another calendar. Now for this calendar, it's saying that at the beginning of February we have 9 hours and 13 minutes, and at the end we have 10 hours and 51 minutes, which is basically 11 hours. So I would average this out to 10 hours in the sheet. So as you go through the sheet, you're going to slowly populate all of these hours, and as the hours get larger and larger and larger, it'll mean that you need less and less light in order to achieve your growing goals. Again, if you don't want to use artificial light in your greenhouse, then you can ignore this portion of the sheet. If you're looking to design your own passive solar greenhouse and want help in choosing R value for your walls, a glazing material, the amount of heat or size of heater required to heat the greenhouse, your lighting system, thermal mass calculation, as well as designing a subterranean heating and cooling system, you will find that this tool makes passive solar greenhouse design infinitely easier. These videos will show you how to use the tool, and if you're interested in purchasing the tool for your own passive solar greenhouse design, you can find information on how to purchase the tool at Small Farm Academy in the link below.